Hello, welcome to Cococandle channel. Hope you're all having a nice day. It's weekend, so as you know, I will really spend some time making my videos. And even if I don't have any new hauls, but I would really love to dedicate some time and a video specifically for my front porch. Maybe some of you heard from my voice that the past 2 weeks have been very difficult for me in terms of my asthma. I don't know, but I think when I start using front porch, that's the time, or it was just coincidence that I had front porch and then I developed asthma again, or it's the time of the year. Anyway, I wanted to give my cold sniff review of the front porch. I have not been melting a lot because of my bad cough and my asthma. So I just want to give my first cold impression of all the scents that I bought. As you know, I have around 30 to 40 individual scents from front porch. I just love it because it's so strong. And once you melt it, some of you suggested that I should cut the tart into half. That's what we actually did. Here, as you can see, we did cut the tart into half so that you will have two uses of the one tart. Because if you use it just one, then it's going to be really very strong. So here you have pumpkin cheesecake. So on cold sniff, it's of course it's a bakery line, but I could definitely smell the pumpkin and the crust of the cheesecake, the graham crackers. So this one is true to the scent, so I love that. The next one is pumpkin cinnamon rolls. As you know, I do have one video wherein I said no bakery for Coco. But for as long as it's mixed with something else, then I can tolerate it. But I just cannot tolerate straight up heavy on spice, heavy on cinnamon, heavy on brown sugar, or heavy on vanilla. So for this one, I could definitely smell the sweetness of the cinnamon roll, and of course hint of the pumpkin. So this one is also very nice. Blueberry bread. So this one, it has blueberries. So when you sniff it, it's color green. As you can see here, it's color like green. I don't know if the color will appear. This one is a very faint straight up blueberry, so I will have to melt that in order for me to try it. Sweet potato sugar cookies. It's my first time to have a tart named sweet potato, so I'm not sure about the scent, but if you smell the actual roasted sweet potato, so you will be able to, yeah, smell it. But it has butter, sugar, and vanilla, which is a nice blend. Pumpkin clove. This one I said I'm not sure if I'm going to like it, because as you know, I don't like spices like nutmeg, clove, and other strong spices. So this one, it's either I mix it with marshmallow to make it subtle, or vanilla. Here I have blackberry cookies. So I've been loving the berry scent. So this one, if you sniff it cold, you can definitely smell the cookie batter and with a hint of the blackberry. So it's also a pleasant tart to melt. Crescent rolls. I think this one is straight up bread notes. So this I will have to try, because as you know, if it's straight bread, I won't be able to tolerate it. Macintosh apple, OMG. This can be compared to the Macintosh apple of Yankee Candle. And I think from Bath and Body Works, there's this apple scent, which I forget the name right now. But this is very strong. It smells like really fresh red apples. Snuggling under the stars. I can smell some marshmallows, some sweet vanilla, and there's a little fruit that I can smell, but I cannot determine which one is it. Yummy cake batter. So I think this one I'll have to mix it with a fruity scent, because it's on cold sniff. It's very heavy on vanilla and very heavy on the layers of the layers of vanilla sponge cake with whipped cream. That's what I'm smelling right now. Lavender hydrangea, this I love it because it's very soothing. At the same time, there is a floral note into it. On cold sniff, the first time you sniff it, it's kind of strong. You will be able to smell like an insecticide bygone scent. But I think you'll just have to use even 1/4 of this so that you will just have that lavender scent that you would like to put in your room. This was the very first front porch that I tried. I didn't know that you have to cut it into half. But for this one, Candle Shop, it is very strong. So can you imagine if a vendor will name a tart as Candle Shop, it means that she did mix all the ingredients, all the blends, all the scents into one. So I can say that Angie did a perfect job. It is very, very strong. And if you're not a fan of highly strong scents, then I suggest that you really use that in a moderate manner. Because if not, you will find it really strong and you might get turned off. This is orange lime pie. It's a combination of citrus, actually 2 citrus with orange and lime and the pie. So if you smell it, it's just like a lemon meringue pie, so which is a good one. Sorry for the crinkling. Apricots, so this is the only tart that I have straight up fruit scents. So if you have smelled the actual apricot fruit, so this is actually what it is. And this is Danish and vanilla cake. So I think I did order Danish sampler pack. This is good. If you smell Danish cookies, so it's heavy on butter, heavy on the vanilla, and heavy on the cookie itself. So it's a vanilla-based scent. Welcome, friends. I was very interested in terms of the name of this one. This has definitely some spices. I could smell clove, nutmeg, and a certain fruit. I may be wrong, but that's what I get on cold sniff. Chocolate iced cupcakes. I have never tried any chocolate tarts, and I love eating chocolates, but in terms of the actual scent, I'm not sure whether I will enjoy it in a tart form, but let's see. Oh, this one. Straight up Gain Laundry. So it's like sniffing the Gain detergent right from the box. Mulberry bread. Like the other mulberry and the wild berry cheesecake, you can definitely smell the fruitiness and also the crustiness of the bread. So I will have to rediscover my passion for bakery and reassess my first initial statement that I'm a no bakery person. Pink apple pie. For some reason last night I was using Candle Shop, and then I decided to cut this into half and add it there. Surprisingly, it created a really, really nice scent as well. So I think the mixology for front porch is always trial and error. Pumpkin bread, this is again very straight bakery. So I'll have to find the perfect tart to mix with it so that it will not be very strong on the bakery note. This is famous of Angie's famous cupcake. So if you sniff it, of course, I think it's like more of a vanilla cupcake with frosting. That's what I smell. Orange marmalade Danish. So if you smell this one, it's heavy on the marmalade side. So it's an artificial orange scent and very sweet and very tarty as well. Pink peppermint. This one I must try soon. I have an upcoming Christmas get-together soon, early Christmas get-together, so I can't wait to blend all the Christmas scents. Pink peppermint is very strong in pink sugar and the peppermint side. I think I'll have to really use maybe only 1/4 of this so that it will not be very, very strong. red velvet cake. I love eating red velvet cakes, so I love the decadent color red sponge cake topped with buttercream. So this is what I get right now. But I'm sure it's different when you smell it on hot sniff. Eucalyptus. Okay, for this one, I'm familiar with all the eucalyptus scents because in where I come from, we have a lot of scented oils in eucalyptus. And usually it's refreshing. But this one, it's very heavy, very strong, and it's not going to be categorized as relaxing as far as I'm concerned. Coffee and cookies. So I know most of you love your coffee scents, but me, yes. So this is the Tart. So how big is it? So as you know, it's not so big. Maybe it's just a 1 ounce. I may be wrong, 1.5. You can definitely smell the butter cookies, and at the same time, maybe a cafe latte. So it's not really very strong coffee scent. This is very light, Sweet Dreams. I had friends around here and they were sniffing all my tarts, and they were saying that Sweet Dreams was indeed a very light lavender powdery scent. So the last few, maple marshmallow cake. So marshmallows, as you know, should create a sweetness, fluffy, light scent. But if you add the maple syrup, then it adds sweetness into it. So it's true. I could smell that. Smooching by the fire. I think this is also a mix of marshmallows with something. Marshmallows, maybe vanilla, but it's kind of light. So I really cannot smell all the notes into this. I have to, it's already 12 minutes. So chocolate marshmallows. Okay, so this is just like a straight up chocolate covered marshmallows with cookies at the bottom. So pine orange pastry. This one I really like because it's artificial orange, but at the same time, if you have that Danish pastry factor in it, so it's going to be a sweet tart blend. Pink home. This I wasn't sure because it's pink sugar with a lot of spices. This I don't like on cold sniff. Sorry, but I don't like that on cold sniff. Pink vanilla oak. First of all, I don't know the smell of an oak. Vanilla and pink, yeah, you can smell the pinkish vanilla-ish, but I don't know how an oak would smell like. And funnel cake bread, so straight up bakery. It just smells like a fresh bread that just came out from the oven. Pumpkin, I cannot read it. Pumpkin spice cake, so I don't like because it has clove, it has nutmeg, and it's heavy on spice. So this I didn't open anymore, but as you can see, Angie did give me some free samples of the marshmallows. Maybe because she knows, or I told her that I am not a fan of straight up bakery, so she gave me a lot of marshmallows to be able to add into it to make it a subtle marshmallow. And here she also gave me Mexican fried ice cream, so when you smell it, it also smells like bread and with a little sweetness from the ice cream. So with that, I hope you enjoyed my cold sniff review of my front porch. And once maybe I get better, once I get my breathing back to normal, then I will be able to start melting and enjoying them. Okay, hope you're all having a nice day. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye!